water and green Ghana. We are going to work so hard at it.
One other tool in the box is that can help your cause in the forest reserves is the repeal of that LI 2462.
Yes.
There was an attempt to lay it yesterday. It didn't quite materialize because the minority side raised questions about pre-laying and it has to go, and eventually it wasn't laid. What's the plan to have that repealed?
I think that if you want to know the president's determination and his commitment to this fight, it is this repeal of LI 2462. When the president summoned all his key ministers and tells them, I know that is the power that I have, I don't want it. Go and repeal the power of the president to have that authority to allow mining forests. That speaks volumes about the president's determination to solve the problem. And he says, at this point in this crisis, no president needs this power. And I'm very happy that the steps, I think I was jointly with the Minister of Environment, Science and Technology. He's the lead person on this LI. He has worked closely with us and the Attorney General. And I believe that, God willing, by Thursday this will be late, and that will be history once done.
I mean, talking about the Ministry of Finance, in the budget,
yes,
I recall before the budget, considering the threat that we face with illegal mining, there were expectations that you will get a pot of money to wage the war. We didn't find that in the budget.
Oh, there's some money there. There's some money there. Listen, you know our country's financial situation. Even in this difficult time, the Minister of Finance has made some allocation. We believe as we go forward.
But the threat is existential.
Well,
you should have received far more.
We are going to
just for illegal mining.
Yeah, we are going to get some money to start. We are going to also work with our partners and other stakeholders. You see, I think that some of our partners have not been so impressed with some of the outcomes. And so, with the little we have, we want to impress the world that this new government is so determined to make Ghana green, to turn our water bodies blue. And I believe that we are going to attract some funding outside the budget.
And still on the budget, though, part of your sector is also dealing with the large-scale mines.
Yes.
You know that the finance minister who you just mentioned had imposed an extra tax. Exactly. Yesterday, I was speaking to the head of the Chamber of Mines, and he was complaining. In fact, he says he's written to the Finance Committee in Parliament asking for a hearing because they were not consulted, they were informed.
Oh, they were consulted?
Well, he says, I asked him that question, a direct question, and he says they were informed and not consulted.
Well, I'm sure, you know, that's his view. I'm sure it probably would have helped if probably they had all the time in the world to consult headquarters, to bring their views. But, you know, we were dealing with timelines that were very tight. But even in those circumstances, I know the Minister of Finance, through me, engaged them extensively. It's not always exciting when you get the chamber whose primary responsibility is to represent the interests of big mining, that we think that you are making super profits in this period. In this period of austerity, we want you to help a little bit. I think that, and I think the Minister of Finance was very clear. We don't see this going for a long time. We have always worked with the mining companies. When they've come with the DAs and made proposals, we have helped them. We are saying that this is the time that Ghana needs them. And I think that we are going to engage them and we are going to explain with them. And I think...
That's your concern, really, that the engagement is going to happen post the position of the tax handler.
Well, I'm sure we'll be doing more engagement.
But they have stability clauses in their contracts with the state that guarantees them a certain stability in the fiscal regime that will govern the operations. This definitely is not one that is in keeping with those stability clauses.
This has nothing to do with their stability clauses. These are measures that are very temporary and short term, under our circumstances. And the Minister of Finance has lawyers there, and he has been guided by that. I don't think we will do anything to basically break our commitment to companies who have trusted Ghana. Listen, this is the world's largest gold producer. I just came from Canada. Ghana's respect and our investment climate is one of the best. And we don't intend to break it. We will continue to attract the big players in the mining sector. All we are telling the mining companies is that what we are doing is in their interest. What they don't want to see is make this economy go down. They want a very strong economy. They want to make sure they have vibrant communities so they can have the peace of mind to invest and make money.
In your constituency, and this is coming back to, because you are first an MP before you are a minister.
Yes.
How have they received your position? I ask that question because the Western region bears the brunt of illegal mining. And I'm just coming from the Western region over the weekend, and you drive to some of the communities, you see the river bodies, there's an eyesore. And unfortunately for you, you see this on a weekly basis in your constituency and others. So you're not only a minister who a constituency is away from one that is hit, but one in the constituency that sees it on a daily basis. How do you manage that, considering that the people who may be doing it and benefiting are people who you represent as constituents, and they may punish you if your interventions affect their pockets, as the previous government used to complain about in elections? Have you factored that into the fight?
No, I have. Actually, a young man put it very well. He said, "Honorable, this your business, we love you, but this is going to be difficult."
And what did you say to him?
And I said, "But it's not going to be difficult because, listen, we want you to mine sustainably. There are better ways. What we intend to do is to help you to regularize what you are doing." Can you imagine that we've negotiated and worked with a bigger mining company in our district to make sure there is an area, and then with their support, from government support, we have more than 1,000 people who are being mining under the supervision of the right experts, with the safety processes, where the disposal of water is all done properly, and nobody is chasing them. In fact, they are getting the protection of the police, and when they get the gold, there's ready gold board ready to buy their gold at the current market value, and make sure that this business they are doing is not destroying any water, is not destroying our environment, and that they are doing it. Isn't that going to be a win-win?